I would say my personal sense of style regarding my music. I find I always smile when I'm about to answer that question because I have never been able to define it. I've never been able to put a category name on it because it comes from so many aspects of musicality and genres of music. I used to actually not like when people would call me a jazz singer because I felt like it was limiting what they felt I could do. Even though I believe that jazz singers are amazing and they're some of the best that you can listen to because they have an understanding of music that a lot of other styles can't really get. There are different connotations that are put with different genres of music. You say you're a pop singer, people, potentially are going to think, oh, you're completely produced. Can you actually sing? Is this auto-tuned? Do you dance? Like there are stereotypes for everything. You say you're an R&B singer. People think you're immediately going to be a crooner and you're going to be singing about, love making and baby mama or something. They talk about rap music and you picture guys with golds in their teeth. It's a very hard way to reference something because no one was pigeonholed. No artist wants people to, or feel that people are looking at them with one vision or with one angle. So people say, she's a jazz singer. I would always be greeted with, oh wow, they're always impressed. But then they expect jazz music. When they come to hear me sing, they're thinking they're going to hear Frank Sinatra style. They think they're going to hear Ella Fitzgerald scatting all over the place, and that's hard because people come into a show with a preconceived notion of what they think they're going to hear. For a while, I actually started saying, well, I do kind of world music. And then I realized that when I said world music, people would be, well, what part of the world? Do you do African? Do you do French? Do you do Brazilian? What is that? And they would always be a little confused and they would just immediately think, oh, that's probably something that I wouldn't really get. So then I stopped using the word world and I started saying fusion. I said, oh, I do more of a jazz Latin fusion. And then they start thinking, oh, like Afro-Cuban? Like smooth jazz, or people, because the human race always wants to be able to put a title on something because naturally it makes us feel like we understand something. So to tell someone, well, it's a little of this, a little of this, a little of this, still makes people uncomfortable. So they'll keep asking you naturally, and we do it every day in our lives. So what do you mean? Do you mean like this? Or do you mean like this? And he's like, well, no, it's not like either. Well, I don't really understand then what you're saying. Well, good. Then you'll come into the show and you'll hear the music and you'll understand that this isn't something that you've heard before. This isn't something that you're able to very easily go to your friend and say, oh, I really loved this show. I really loved this band, this singer. Well, what was she like? Well, I don't know. You kind of have to listen. You're gonna have to see her. You're gonna have to hear the album because I can't really describe it. It's a little of this, a little of this. But I haven't really heard a lot like it. But it reminds me kind of this. I'm getting excited. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I'm excited. I don't know what artist I'm mentioning, but I'm excited about the fact that I'm able to not be able to describe what I just heard because it's something new and it's something fresh and it's something that gets me excited. And that's what you want to go hear. That's what you want to go see. That's what you want to be at the beginning, so you can say, I remember when so-and-so put out her first album. I remember when so-and-so had his first show in Rio. I remember I was there and I've loved watching her grow and grow with her. That's the kind of stuff that true music fans love. They love. I love Jamiroquai. Is he the same from when he came out in 1994? No, not at all. He is dance, top 40s radio now. Back then, he was acid jazz, talking about emergency on planet Earth, Mother Nature's getting killed, yada yada yada. You know, and had some you know, a lot of funk and bass that he still carries now, but he's grown, you know. It's been 20 plus years. People change, you know. And if you're a true fan, you'll understand that and you appreciate that. And you say, all right, gotcha, you're doing something new. I'm gonna keep riding with you. You know, because you had me from day one. You know, those are the true fans. Those are the people I love to connect with. Those are the people I love to grow with and experiment with, and listen to what they loved about a certain show, or you know, you didn't do such and such. I loved when you did such and such at the other show. Oh really? What did you love about it? Well, you know, it kind of gave a different. Cool. Thank you. You know, I'll understand that now. I'll take that into consideration so I can continue to talk to you and talk to these fans and talk to these appreciators. The word fan has always kind of been a little hard for me to say. I'll say I'm a fan of someone, but when I start talking about fans of my music, it makes me a little anxious because I've always looked at it more as people who appreciate the music, musical appreciators, or you know, backers, or supporters, or fellow in love with this all of this is to say that is where my personal sense of music comes from. It comes from everywhere, and it comes from nowhere. It comes from a new place. It comes from a place of just wanting to do something good, and wanting to put love out there, and wanting to make people feel love and make them feel loved and want to go love other people. That's what my musical sense of self is, and style. It's love, happiness, joy, dance, remembrance, passion. It's taking from all these influences I've had in my life, from the people my parents would listen to growing up, from the people that my sister would listen to growing up, from my great aunt, Madewilda Dobbs, who was one of the first African-American opera singers to perform at La Scala and perform at the Metropolitan. Very different style of music. I don't sing opera, but the passion that she sang with, I will always remember. And the style, the sense of self is something that I always remember and be influenced by.